Hello and welcome to BloombergQuint. We are bringing you this special video after we've conducted an interview with Ashneer Grover, the managing director and co-founder at BharatPe. Now, since the beginning of this year, Mr. Grover has faced a number of allegations, and we gave him a chance to respond to some of these allegations during this interview. Let's take you through some of the points that he made while he was talking to us. Now, first and foremost, one of the more important allegations against him is that there are serious governance concerns at BharatPe, and because of that, there was a need for an audit to be conducted by the board. Now, we do know that the BharatPe board has announced such an audit, and Mr. Grover is on leave at least till the 31st of March. And during the interim, the audit will be completed. Now, what we understand and from Mr. Grover is that he does not see any major governance concerns. In fact, he says that BharatPe's financials are regularly audited by Deloitte, which is a big four accountancy firm. There is also significantly high level of governance at BharatPe, and that he does not compromise on it. In fact, he says that despite being in an unlisted company, BharatPe still follows governance protocols which go far beyond what listed companies have to follow. The second allegation that is being made against Mr. Grover is that of certain financial impropriety, inflated invoices, etc., happening at BharatPe. Now, to this, of course, Mr. Grover says that there are a number of allegations that are made against him since the beginning of this year, since early January. None of them has actually stuck, and therefore he does not believe that there is actually any merit in any of this, and that he is being targeted and he's being maligned by certain operators out there. The third allegation that of Mr. Grover against Mr. Grover is that of the Kotak Mahindra Bank call. A call recording had surfaced on social media where he was allegedly shown to be yelling at a employee of Kotak Mahindra Bank. After that, it was revealed that he had actually sent a notice, and this was all related to the Nykaa IPO, where he was promised a certain financing for participating in this IPO, but he was not provided that financing, and he had sent out that legal notice seeking damages, not only from Uday Kotak, but also certain other senior management members of Kotak Mahindra Bank. Now, to this, Mr. Grover says that the call and the issue with the Nykaa IPO, they are completely unrelated. In fact, he maintains that the call is fake, and that was not him talking to the bank employee on that call. He says that as far as Kotak Mahindra Bank is concerned, so far, nobody has actually raised this issue. Nobody has actually gone ahead and taken any action against him. In fact, nobody has even claimed that call recording. So then what exactly is the allegation here? He's clear that he's not trying to make money off of Kotak Mahindra Bank. The other question that comes up, and this was something that BloombergQuint had reported, was that of Payback India, an acquisition that BharatPe had made back in June. Now, we do know that BharatPe bought this company from American Express and ICICI Ventures, and that Mr. Ashneer Grover was part of the American Express fintech group many years ago. In fact, the CEO of Payback India was also hired just months before the Payback India transaction was closed at BharatPe's hand, and he currently works at BharatPe. To this, Mr. Grover says that the Payback India acquisition was made at an $8 million equity valuation. Against this, the company Payback India has a revenue of about $25 million. It also has a profit after tax of about $2 million. And he says that there is no reason why he should be targeted for this transaction. In fact, he should be praised because this was such a well-valued transaction, according to Mr. Grover. And there is also a question, and this is also something that BloombergQuint has reported on, is that of the Articles of Association of BharatPe. Now, they suggest that in the event a fraud is proven, the board of BharatPe can buy back the shares of the founder. To this, Mr. Grover says that his shareholding is sacrosanct. Any shareholding that is being given to a certain person, it cannot be taken back unless the person allows for it. So what he says is that no matter what you invoke under the sun, it doesn't matter if you invoke the Articles of Association, you can't take that shares away from me. This all points to a question whether there is some kind of a disconnect that exists between Mr. Grover and the board and investors at BharatPe. And to this, he says that I am a shareholder of the company and I am also the management of the company. Now, if the investors want a new management, then they need to either get me behind the management, get me to put my faith in the management, or allow me to sell my shares and monetize and then let me move on. And this is where the conversation between the investors and Mr. Ashneer Grover is at this point, according to him. Lastly, when BloombergQuint asked if there was anything that Ashneer Grover regrets that he has done over the last few months, he says that he does not regret anything. If he could do something differently, he'd probably not speak about the Paytm IPO, because back when the Paytm IPO was closed, Mr. Grover had given out certain comments saying that this was going to ruin the market for other fintechs. So, according to him, he was out of place in saying all of this, and probably that is why he's paying the price for it all. Do read this interview on BloombergQuint.com, and of course, stay tuned because the story is not ending anytime soon, and we will continue to cover it. Thank you so much.